having all the chairs and everything, dragging chairs.
Yeah, I'm like, shh.
I know, the chair dragging was getting, I was like, oh, use that soundbite. All right. Okay, I'm going to take you half a step that way. There you go, right there. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Okay, Letty, so you're just going to look at me and we'll just chat. Tell me, first of all, just a level set, a little bit about Lot 318, why you founded it, why this is so important for this community.
Sure. Lot 318 stands for loving others in truth. And it comes from the Bible, from 1 John 3:18. And it says, "Dear brothers and sisters, do not love in word and tongue, but in action and in truth." And that's exactly what we do here. We want to love people in action and in truth. We're not just going to speak it, but we're going to come alongside you in the good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to make sure you know that we're here for you.
And today was an exciting day. We're handing out certificates. The kids are getting rewards. A couple kids are going to Disneyland. How important is that? And it seemed like the kids were also rooting for each other too.
Let me tell you, we started out with 3 kids in the program 14 years ago. And to see 35, 40 kids here rooting for each other, encouraging one another, to see that change where you couldn't even come in this community, to see them feel like safe and the excitement of that, I am overwhelmed, sorry, I'm overwhelmed by the fact that they love being here and they know that they're going to be loved and nurtured to be the very best them that they can be.
Perfect. Okay, you're going to look right at me on this. So tell me about what this community was like 15 years ago. There was a lot of gangs here. There was a lot of violence that was occurring here. And then what it's like now. And tell me about that transition, that transformation of the community that we've seen.
So I'll share a little bit about the background of that. 15 years ago, I had an educator from the local district say, "I want you to come meet this kid who needs some help." At that time, he was 12, 13 years old. He was already doing meth, drugs, gangs, lifestyle. And so when I came here with that educator and came into this community, I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, am I in a third world country? So, sorry. I went home and I wrestled with that. This is my city and I wanted to see better. I wanted better for them. And so after wrestling, I said, I have to be here. I have to be here because who if not me? You know, so I was coming here and there's a lot of gang activity, a lot. And they would bully the neighborhood out. And I'm like, you can't. We're trying to empower them. And then the kids, they would be playing stickball here or whatever. And I'd pull up on my motorcycle. So I got some respect right on the motorcycle. Whoa. But as a result of that, we started doing service opportunity. We started taking these young teenage boys on service projects, going to LA to feed the homeless, going to baseball games, and showing them there's an alternative, that this cul-de-sac is not the end, it's not the world, there's a bigger world out there. So we provided those opportunities. And little by little, the community started changing. The community started being empowered by understanding that they have worth, they have value, and they have purpose. So when you can give that to somebody, watch out, you can change the world. And so now we come to 14 years later where there is no gang activity in this cul-de-sac. And as a result, we have these kids now, paradigm shift. There's no longer what gang am I going to join? They're now saying, what college am I going to go to? I have one girl said to me, I'm not going to college, Letty. I go, really? She goes, no, I'm going to university. I go, awesome. And I will take you there. So that is what's happening here with these kids now are valuing their education. And a lot of them don't even live in this cul-de-sac. They come on their way home and they beeline it here, do their homework, go home and relax. So this is an ideal location for us, knowing that lives have been transformed and changed forever. Forever.
And now there may be additional transformations that may be available to you with the building behind you. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on there?
Yes, we really believe that for such a time as this, Brian, that building is for us. The lady has helped us tremendously in many, many things that we've done. But we realized that if somebody else buys that building, we may lose the homework club location that you just witnessed. We may lose our parties we have in the back. So as a board, we voted that we want to pursue this adventure. And not only that, the landlord wants to sell to us exclusively. She's seen the changes that took place here. So she's like, yes, I will sell to you. Many have called me and I've said no to them. And so if we had this place, one, it puts a stake in the ground saying Lot 318 is here to stay. You're not welcomed here. No bad is welcome here. We want good. And the other thing is that it also tells the community, hey, we're here, right? We're here and we want you to know we care enough to make sure that you guys are going to be safe. Not that we can save anybody, but the presence does something, again, with the whole empowerment. And so that's kind of what we believe, that this building is our next step in furthering what Lot 318's purpose is, which is invest in a child, build a generation, create a community, right? So we can do that. That's exactly what we want to do, not just here, but throughout the entire city of Placentia.
How nice was it to have, well, first of all the police officers that were here and the kids coming up, giving them hugs. And a lot of times in underserved communities, the kids are a little more distant from police because they're told, hey, don't trust them. But here, they trust them, they love them, they respect them. Tell me about that relationship between the police and the community.
Well, let me tell you, that wasn't what it was like in the beginning, okay?
Right.
In the beginning, police showed up, everybody ran to their home because they were told as a kid, if you don't behave, I'm gonna call the cops on you, they're gonna take you. And I'm thinking, that is the worst thing you can tell a child, is that, because the cops are your friend, police officers are your friend, So we had to do that shifting too, like, no, they're good people, they're here to help you. And so now, because of the community policing that's taking place in our city of Placentia, these kids feel safe. They step in the police patrol car and they're using the radios and they're getting the stickers, and you saw them, they're hugging the officers. That is community policing right there, where the parents are saying, can I take a photo? Can I take a photo as a parent? That is a beautiful scene when you can see these kids and parents together clubbing on the let me go a little further. We just started a police academy here in Placentia in Spanish. 18 community members, where we thought maybe 4 or 5 would show up. 18 Spanish-speaking community members are taking that class to learn what it's like to be a day in of life of a police officer. And it's so amazing. So now when they see the officers, hey, ¿cómo estás? It's just I'm telling you, it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, we talked to Selena, one of the police officers that came, who's from this community. And she didn't speak English when she grew up here. She's an English as a second language student, and now she's an officer. How much impact does that have for these kids?
Ooh, not only for the kids, but for the girls, for the Latino girls, Hispanic girls, to see if she did it, I can do it. So how do we empower them to dream big? Dream big. Man, you live in this country, the sky's the limit. So how do we help you reach for the stars and then walk alongside you to get there? We're not going to say, we even have a college and career committee that wants to come alongside these kids in high school and start as a 9th grader. Okay, what do you want to do? And finding those counselors, finding those day on the job days. And so having Selena model that as an officer from this community, priceless, incredible.
Let's one question about the collaborative. Is that me?
Yes.
Sorry.
Time out.
One question about the collaborative. How important is it that you and the police officers and the cities are all working together, that you're all on the same page on these things? And Senator Newman, I saw you were handing out COVID tests today. He's a part of it.
Yes.
And that everyone, how important is it everyone pulls on the same end of that road?
Let me tell you, if we don't have that, if we're going different directions, we have nothing. We have this unity. And we're all about being united with one focus. It's not about me, it's about the kids and how do we help them get there. Because again, I get it. I grew up with the parents who went 2nd grade, 4th grade, So I didn't have that modeled. So I want to be able to tell these kids, si se puede, si se puede. You can do anything you like, but we want to be here to help you. So to see the police, to see the city of Paseo, to see Law 318 and all the nonprofits collaborate, it's a beautiful thing, I think, when you can see the change that happens, because we're not out for, oh, I want this or I want that. The change is coming together. We have to do it together, because we always say we are better together. On your own, no man is an island, okay? But together, we can change the world. We're changing this community one child at a time, one parent at a time, one family at a time. And it's all, bottom line, Brian, is love. It's love. When you know you're loved, forget about it. I mean, when you know you're loved, you're gonna rise, because you know someone's gonna be there no matter what. No matter what, they're gonna be there for you because you know that they love you. And love is unconditional love, not the kind of love that do this and I'll do this for you. We want nothing but be the best you that you were created to be. That's it. But together, we make a difference.
Awesome. That's perfect. That's great. Thank you.
Sorry that I got